Hello, this is Flurry Moon. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a villager hunt for my biggest Dreamie ever, Sylvana. Woo! Sylvana, yay! I am so excited. So we're gonna be doing that, and yesterday I filmed an Am I the Asshole Reddit stories discussion with a special guest, my brother. We're gonna be doing that, and we're gonna be villager hunting for Sylvana. I only have 16 tickets. By the way, last time you guys saw this, it looked a lot shittier, so it's coming together. But yeah, let's get into these stories. Okay, so we're gonna start reading the stories now. I have Liam with me.
Hello.
Well, I have some dog stories because you just got a new dog. And can I put a picture?
Yes.
Picture here. So we have some of those. We have some just like drama and some funny ones. So we're just going to get right into the first one. So story number 1. Am I the asshole for getting our neighborhood dog Olympics canceled instead of bending the rules for a neighbor? I understand that this is a silly issue to have, but it's an issue we have and I need advice. 5 to 6 years ago, my HOA decided our neighborhood is boring and encouraged people to come up with ideas/activities to liven things up. This, my Pup Olympics, was born. It's just the neighborhood dogs competing, poorly, in different silly events for 2 days and being rewarded with treats. Early on, there would be prizes for the owners of whichever dog won each event, and it was really all fun and games. After a couple years, we started doing a paid entry for each event, and the money went toward cash prizes and a donation to a really great local animal shelter where lots of us got our pups. Might be worth it to note that most people in the neighborhood choose to donate their cash prize toward the shelter fund, so we usually come up with a pretty great donation. People look forward to the Olympics every year. It's ridiculous, but it's fun, and we all loved it. 18 months ago, a new neighbor moved in, and she has a poodle who frequently competes in, and wins, dog competitions. This dog has 1 million followers on Instagram. We all follow the page and obviously root for this dog in the competitions. No issue with the dog itself. However, it ruined Pup Olympics last year. This dog swept every single competition. There is literally one event for senior dogs and it didn't qualify for, and that's the only one that this poodle didn't win. We all just kind of stood there for 2 days and gave the cash prizes to the same woman for each event. To make matters worse, she also didn't donate a single extra penny to the shelter fund. Bonus, am I the asshole for if I'm wrong for being judgy here. This has taken an event for family and kids and turned it into something it was never meant to be. It's like having a professional athlete compete at a high school field day.
It's funny to say that about dogs.
So funny to me.
Think of a poodle as LeBron James.
Pup Olympics are happening soon, but this year my committee decided on no competition dogs rule to make it more fair for the other owners and families. The poodle owner got notice of this and has gone ballistic. Our HOA had a committee meeting and they decided in her favor that we couldn't exclude her or her dog if we wanted to have the competition in the neighborhood. I thought about it and then just went ahead and sent a cancellation notice out. Somebody from the HOA board tried to pull it back together, but just isn't getting much interest. Now the poodle owner has sent me multiple vindictive messages implying that I did this to hurt her personally, and the neighborhood is split 50-50 on who is in the wrong. So, am I the asshole?
This is actually a good one.
Right?
Because you can absolutely get both sides of this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think she's the asshole.
No.
Because you can kind of get it. If this is such a big problem, then why even do it? What should kind of happen is they shouldn't be involved in everything.
I feel like I would, if I was the poodle owner, I think I would understand, like, hey, my dog is the shit.
Yeah.
And is gonna fucking sweep this whole competition. And it's just not fair. And to also, like, I mean, she can do whatever she wants with her money, but, like, to not donate any of it is kind of shitty to me.
The big thing is I don't think she's an asshole for being judgy on that because everybody else has donated. Yeah. There should be at least a chunk of stuff donated, in my opinion.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be
even
everything.
Just to give it a nod.
I think the poodle owner is treating it as another competition, and it's literally not. Like, it's for amateur neighborhood dogs and kids to, like, laugh at the dogs.
It literally was because the HOA, decided, it's like the committee.
Yeah.
They decided our place is fucking boring. So let's have everybody's dog jump through hoops.
It's a great idea.
It's a good idea.
I love this. Like, but it makes me sad that it's going to be canceled because this stupid ass poodle. Okay. So could you guess what the overall vote is?
I'm going to go with no, because it's just kind of a logical thing where it's like, you're not an asshole, but you could have worked with it a little more to make it still happen.
Yeah, you don't have to cancel it. So you're right. The overall vote is not the asshole. No. So the top comment, not the asshole. If you had a race for neighborhood kids and an Olympic gold medalist runner showed up to enter, that would be an asshole move. This is no different, and the fact that the owner can't understand why her precious shouldn't be allowed to dominate the amateur competitions shows a huge lack of awareness. Yeah.
That is, I can absolutely see why that's the top comment.
Of course.
It's like, it's like kicking a lemonade stand down. It's like,
it's like, you know, wrong. You're going to win. We know you're the best. Your dog has 1 million followers on Instagram. Like, do you need everything?
Right.
Like, let the old senior dogs,
right.
That was the only one that she couldn't compete in. Was she mad about that? I forget.
She wanted to be included, which I understand that. Which the dog should still be able to do the stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, if it's going to be an absolute knockout victory every single time, then why even run the event with money?
That's what I was just about to say.
Thing. If I think it was
they
really
could still do it and just not give away money. Let's do the edits. So she did an edit for more info. To clarify, deciding to cancel was more of a long story short after 4 days of meetings with this woman to try to come up with something agreeable. Right. First, I offered to do a couple of categories for more serious competition dogs, but was told by the HOA that I'm not allowed to host any kind of events that make it seem like any part of this is a real dog competition. Mm-hmm. Then I tried to restrict how many events each dog could enter, but she wanted that number to be 8. Out of 10 events, she wanted 8. That was the number she got the HOA board to agree with her on. And they basically told me that if I couldn't let that happen, then I couldn't host the competition. It
seemed like it was not worth to continue the fight for something that they thought was going to be fun. So in conclusion, the lady with the poodle just ruined the fun.
It just ruined,
for everybody. Poor dogs.
Someone says, you could change the events so that the show dog can't win. Event number 1, pup missing the most teeth. Event 2, pup that gets the messiest while eating. Event 3, most overweight pup.
Can I enter this competition?
You're going to turn into the new poodle mom. Like, you're just going to win all of them. They're going to be like, okay.
Win all of the toilet bowl championships.
That is actually a really good idea, because then what can the HOA do? Like,
right.
She can join.
When you really look at it, it should almost be like in golf, I believe it's the Masters or something. I'm not a big golf person, but they have this, when you win the Masters, you get a jacket, which is like you're now among the all-time greats because it's such a hard course to do. You should get a gold collar or something cool so that you're almost like grandfathered in. And what it should be is grand-dogged in. You're now a part of this. So why don't you help us with these dogs and maybe do somewhat of a training type of thing. Maybe do like practices where your dog is like the coach now. And so it still gives a nod to your dog being the best of the best.
Yeah,
and then
that's actually
you can
a good idea.
Multiple things. And that's where it probably could be, a much safer way than just canceling and not just having that poodle win every single time.
I agree with that. I think that would be a good idea. Yes, okay, technically you can join and win against all these dogs. Like, technically, yes. But, like, why would you want to? You know what I mean? Right. It's like one of those things, like, yes, there's no written rule that you can't. It's like when people are like, freedom of speech. Right. Technically you can say this super offensive thing, but you also can catch these hands. Right. So it's like...
Well, because you actually want it to feel like a competition.
Yeah.
Not your dog getting absolutely just its ankles broken by this poodle.
Oh, no. Okay, we have to move on. We've been talking about this.
It was a good one, though.
I'm so glad you liked that one. So this one's shorter, but I have a feeling we'll still talk for 30 minutes. So am I the asshole for crying after I didn't like what I got for my birthday? It was my 16 male birthday yesterday, and I was opening the gifts that my parents had bought me. I've never been interested in sports, and I find it really boring. I like painting and art way more, and my parents know that. Almost every birthday, they give me sport-related gifts, footballs, some team merch, etc. I don't even know what some of it is because I couldn't give a shit about sports. I asked my parents to get me a specific set of pens for my birthday. I've wanted them for ages. I opened my present and every single one of them was sport-related. I just sat there and started crying in front of them. I didn't mean to cry, it was embarrassing, but I feel like they never listen to me. They've spent all this money on expensive gifts that they know I hate and will never use. I told them this and they accused me of being ungrateful and said that I've ruined the day. They sent me to my room and I haven't really spoken to them since. Am I the asshole? Should I just be grateful they got me anything at all?
So, really quick, this kind of reminds me of that 70s show where Eric is asking for a cassette deck for his car and he continues to tell them, not an 8-track. And on Christmas, they give him what he thinks is going to be a cassette deck the way that they make it sound. And it's an 8-track. And they say, just like you wanted.
This does kind of remind me
It's
of that.
similar.
It's similar. I think it's way worse. I feel really bad.
She's not. Is it a girl?
It's a boy. He's
Boy.
16.
He's not the asshole.
I feel so
No
bad.
way.
Literally, they don't even know him at all. It's kind of like they want him to be something different.
It's they're pushing for it. That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah.
He says he likes art. He's at the age where it's, it's not like he's going to play football now.
No.
That's the equivalent of like somebody giving you a country music CD and a cowboy hat. You're not the biggest country person. And that's the equivalent of someone just saying, you know what? I want you to be a country person so bad.
Yeah.
And here we are in a room that's full of
every
pink.
year.
And that's crazy that it's an every year thing. That's not an asshole by any means. And I feel for this person because honestly, there is, like you said, there's a lack of communication here.
And I feel like, to me anyway, like presents are kind of like proof that you know someone and you listen to someone.
That's a good way of putting it.
Getting someone a gift, like I always am like, all right, what have they talked about like in the last few months? Like what can they not stop talking about? And then you get it for them and they're like, you actually listened? You know what I mean? It's kind of like a love language where it's like completely just disregard that.
I don't even know if it's just sports. It feels like the poor kid is kind of, for gifts, I wonder if he has any siblings that have the same problem. Because it feels like he is the afterthought for giving gifts.
Let me see if he has. Oh, he deleted his account.
Oh man.
Why do you do this? Because then I can't search for his own comments. Yeah. But I could still maybe find some. But of course, everyone is like, you're not the asshole, not the asshole.
I would kind of consider him the asshole if a great uncle gives you a Patriots
all
shirt.
All the time. People you don't really know. Oh, you like makeup, right? And it's a fucking like plastic crayon of an eyeliner. And I'm just like, thank you.
I think the opposite effect. You are the asshole because the fact that they're giving you anything is great.
Absolutely.
But
absolutely.
Your parents should be the ones. They are the ones who have given you life and everything along with it. If they're not giving you things that match who you are and what you want, that's a bummer. That's a bummer.
Time after time. That's so sad. So the top comment,
especially 16-year-old, that stinks.
Not the asshole. What is wrong with your parents? Why would they think you would like this stuff? Are they trying to change who you are somehow or impose their own hobbies on you? Your parents are thoughtless jerks, bad gift givers, and this is a parenting fail. You should be ungrateful, and they ruined your day. They should be making it up to you, not sending you to your room. Get the receipts, take the gifts back, and exchange them.
One of the things that could happen, and I don't want to take this too serious of a thing, but what can happen is that obviously they want him to enjoy what they most likely enjoy, which sounds like sports and football and all that stuff. What there seems to be, like I said earlier, is a lack of communication. If they kind of mix in a little bit and possibly utilize his artistic ways to make sports stuff
Yeah.
for them in the most creative way that he can, they can both bond with the two things that they like.
Wait, that's such a good idea.
It's not a bad idea.
You're like, you like actually come up with shit. I'm just like, this is stupid and I hate them. But like, it's true. Like that way, like he could bond with their fucking love for sports if they even like it or if they just want him to be like.
The chances of him actually hearing this is so minuscule.
Deleted
it's
his account.
crazy. He deleted his account. But if there is a chance that it gets to him, it's a possibility that, they can find something together where it's, not heartless.
It was posted 10 days ago.
Oh, this was
recent.
Oh, man.
The parents are kind of almost getting in his head so much that he thinks maybe I am the asshole. Like maybe I should just be grateful. And I'm glad that everyone has his back and they're like, no, you're right for being upset. This kind of sucks.
I'm not the most artistic person in the world, and I'm a big fan of sports, so I would probably be closer to how these parents are. However, if my 16-year-old son comes up to me almost with a Christmas gift of a painting of Tom Brady or something like that, or almost their custom logo of a team, it would be a bonding moment with something that he likes mixed with something you like. Yeah. And then all of a sudden there's a good connection there. That would be a good idea. And that could be something that could be helpful.
I wish I could get to him somehow.
I know.
Alrighty, we have one more. This one's fun. I'm excited about this one. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance we're not going to play songs from Sonic the Hedgehog at our wedding reception? I honestly cannot believe I'm posting this. It's such a ridiculous situation. This isn't some sort of super serious fight, and things are fine between us. It's just a disagreement we've been having, and he thinks I'm being unreasonable. So my fiance, 30 male, and I, 28 female, are getting married in a couple months and going through the steps to plan the wedding and make sure everything we want is taken care of. One thing that came up is what songs we'd like the DJ to play at our reception, and we started getting a playlist together. That's where the disagreement started. When making the list, we both listed some ideas, and then he mentioned he wanted to play some songs from Sonic the Hedgehog games. I thought he was joking at first, but he reiterated that he was serious and listed a few songs he wanted to include. I asked him why, and he just said, they're good songs. I told him we weren't going to do that, and he protested, saying the songs didn't mention Sonic in the lyrics by name, and that they could just pass for music you'd hear on the radio, and no one would notice. He added that it wasn't like we were having a Sonic-themed wedding or playing it during the ceremony, just the reception, and that his cousins had stuff like rap playing at their receptions, but I don't think that's the same thing. I told him I didn't want to do it. I'd be embarrassed if some of my family or friends recognized the song. He asked if I was embarrassed of him, and I told him no, I love him, and I'm not embarrassed by him or what he likes, but I just feel like it wasn't a proper fit for a wedding. He said he wanted some songs he liked to be played and not just music I like, and I told him he could pick something else, but he didn't want to. For reference, my husband is a big gamer, and a lot of the music he listens to is from anime and video games, though he does listen to some normal bands as well, but he seems really insistent on including songs from Sonic. I know he's been a fan of Sonic games since he was a little kid, so they probably mean a lot to him, but I just feel like it's kind of tacky for a wedding reception. Am I the asshole?
This isn't fair. And the reason why it isn't fair is because you and I have been exposed to Sonic our whole lives. We love Sonic. We know Sonic is a goofy little meme character. I'd like to know the songs. That's kind of a big question because the other thought I have is, does he have friends that like Sonic as well, that play with him?
I'm not sure. So she did list the songs. I don't really know.
We might have to listen to one.
We might have to listen. So she listed a few of them. He wanted a good amount.
Is City Escape one of them?
I don't see it. Either way, though, whatever it is, I think he should be able to.
I'm with him. You are the asshole. It does depend on what this song sounds like, because I'm going to be honest, if it's kind of ridiculous, then maybe not.
But I think even if it is, I mean, a wedding is for two people.
Right.
You know, and I think she's caught on the aesthetics of it. Oh, like it's not going to fit the vibe. You're
getting married. Who cares? All right, here we go.
I don't see a problem.
I
with
don't
this
see
at
a
all.
problem with this.
Even if
I'm sorry.
even if it was some kind, I'm gonna stick up for him completely because listen, I think people, especially nowadays, are forgetting what weddings are actually about. It's not a photo op. It's not just like, oh, this is an aesthetic party. This is a freaking marriage between you and the person you love. Shouldn't you, like, I get sometimes the person you love can be a little embarrassing.
This is somewhat of a time to embrace that.
You're celebrating. You're celebrating everything about your relationship.
To his point, if he asked for a Sonic-themed wedding, you veto that instantly.
Yeah, that would be a little much. But this is just, you're gonna be drunk anyway. You know what I mean? It's like people are gonna be talking.
Play it towards the end after everybody's done all their dances, all their intros, all the cake and all that funny, goofy stuff. Then, towards the end, after you already played Cotton Eye Joe and...
after all those stupid... Yeah, you can play fucking Cotton Eye Joe, but you can't play...
Come on, right.
And he likes it.
He likes it. It's a good song. Really doesn't feel like he's asking for that much here.
Someone goes, he's actually the asshole because City Escape isn't on here.
Okay, so I can agree with what that person said, but like all joking aside, like, let your husband, he's going to be your husband.
Yeah, if you can't agree on this,
let him play a couple of damn songs.
So we have one more ticket. If we really, really don't want the villager on this island, I'm gonna autofill. Okay, last ticket. Here we go. Ooh. Oh, I don't want this emo sheep. Yeah, we're autofilling. Oh my god, it's been sold. OMG. I'm so freaking nervous. Oh my god, okay. Here we go. Avery, who the fuck is that? It's a freaking bird thing. What the hell is that? No, this couldn't have ended worse. I don't want him. I should have taken Judy when I had the chance, you guys. And he has no business being in the Cinnamoroll neighborhood, too. Like, look at these. Oh my god. Well, I hope you guys still enjoyed the Reddit stories. This hunt was awful, 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 awful. I should have taken Judy, but now we have a new villager to hate. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the Reddit stories. Thank you so much for all the love on my last video. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.